Lily, did you hear me? Teresa asked, snapping her fingers to get my attention. Veil, or no veil. I rolled my eyes. I think you should get a divorce before you start planning your next wedding. Spoil sport, she said. Her lower lip jutted into a pout. Why won't you let me dream? I'm happy to let you dream. I grabbed my purse. I'm off to dream myself. That's right. You start summer classes today. Her expression soured. I'm not sure how I feel about you getting all educated, she teased. Next thing you know, you'll be too good for the likes of us. I'm too good for you now, I replied. This was my 4th semester doing general studies at Two Hills Community College. If all went well this summer, I could start the veterinarian technician program in the fall. Well, Teresa said on a laugh, then we're really in trouble. I giggled. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. As long as Parker wanted me around, there was 0 chance I'd leave. Besides, I hoped my education could be a resource for the shelter. After all, I would be qualified, as long as I worked under the supervision of a vet, to provide care for the dogs we took in. I gazed at Teresa. You know, it's going to take at least another year before I get my associate's degree, and another 2 if I want to be a technologist. If? Technicians can do just about everything a technologist can, and I can start practicing sooner. I shook my head. Either way, I don't plan on giving up my duties here at the shelter. Although, juggling full-time classes, my shifts at the shelter and Petrie's pet clinic had been a time management nightmare. I worried sometimes that my relationship with Parker would suffer, but he had been nothing but encouraging and supportive. Teresa stood up and embraced me. I'm glad. Her voice choked with emotion. I don't know what we did before you got here. Are you okay? Teresa wiped at her eyes. I'm fine. Just happy. I narrowed my gaze at her. Emotional, talking about marriage, demonstrative, and she'd been using the bathroom more frequently. Are you pregnant? How in the world do you always do that? So you are? Yes. She hugged me again. Keith is so excited, but we have to keep it under wraps until the divorce is final. 3 more weeks. I can't wait to get that bastard out of my life for good. I'm happy for you, I told her, and I was. But I was also worried. Jock Simmons was a grade-A jerk and a wife-beater, but he was also a smart-as-a-whip lawyer. He was still on the town council, even after he'd been turned into a pariah when he'd smacked Lacey Evans at the hospital a little over a year ago. And he'd been arrested for assault. That took an incredible amount of pull. It was the first time Teresa's dad, Sheriff Avery, had seen Jock as an abuser. When the sheriff had confronted Teresa about it, she told her dad everything. It had given her the courage she needed to finally leave Jock. Unfortunately, Jock had managed to get the charges knocked down to a misdemeanor and had only had to pay a fine. Rotten bastard. Jock's standing as a council member and as a family lawyer to over half of Moonrise, along with Lacey's reputation, had made it hard to get a felony conviction. And since Jock was a top-notch in his field, he knew all the tricks to make Teresa's divorcing him next to impossible. I worried this pregnancy would give him the ammunition he needed to make sure she ended up with nothing but the clothes on her back. Still, I'd rather be naked than married to Jock Simmons, so Teresa would still be better off than before she'd left him. You and Keith will make amazing parents, I told Teresa, because regardless of the battle to come, I believed they could weather it. She smiled. Thanks, Lily. Her smile turned into a frown. You won't say anything, will you? Cross my heart, I said. Jordan Dieter, a college student majoring in graphic art and one of our newest volunteers, knocked outside of the office door. Her blonde hair was pulled back into a ponytail. She wore jeans, a pink t-shirt that said, "Show me your pitties," and a pair of hot pink, chunky-soled lace-up tennis shoes that gave her a slight height advantage over me. In other words, she was a shorty like myself, only where I was built like a stick, Jordan had curves for days. I envied her as much as I liked her. Recently, though, I think she'd started using